Now, we have very important elections here in Oregon. Extremely important elections. We need to get the House back fully on the Republican side and the Senate. Then we'll worry about the governor's office in a couple of years. But for now, let's get the legislature back and let's see some movement and some change in the state of Oregon. And one of the persons that's running for a House district, and that is District 35, is John Goodhouse. Hi, John. How you doing?
Great. How you doing?
I'm doing I'm fantastic, I tell you. I'm burning it up today.
That's great.
You, John, tell me a little bit about District 35. Where is it? Who's all there? What do we got there?
District 35 is Tigard, Southwest Portland. For people in the area, it's Multnomah Boulevard down to Beef Bend, Durham, I-5 over to Shoals Ferry. It's got 3 counties, Washington County, Multnomah County, and Clackamas County.
Well, that's pretty wide stretching. Covers a lot of ground.
Yes.
Wow. All right. Now, I don't normally like to talk about the incumbent, but I think it's important that people know who it is. Who is the incumbent that you're running against?
The incumbent is Margaret Doherty.
Yeah. Okay. I'm not going to say another word. I'm going to be nice. But please, please, please win this race, okay?
Yes. I'm out there knocking. I've hit 9,000 doors myself. Campaigns around 14,000 doors, and we're ramping it up. So that's just a little taste of what we're going to be doing in the next month.
Well, that's exactly what I want to hear. So tell me how. I want to ask you, every candidate that I've had on, no matter what district they've been in, I ask the same question, because especially when you're running up against a pretty powerful Democrat incumbent. When you walk up to a door and you knock on door X and the door opens and it's Bob, and Bob looks at you and he seems like a nice guy and he takes your literature and he says, well, you seem like a swell guy there, John, but you know what? I'm happy with status quo. What do you say to a guy like that?
I just let everyone know I'm out there no matter what people's stance are. I'm out there introducing myself, and I say hi because when I do become representative, I will be your representative, so I'm out here introducing myself.
But you see what I'm saying? What if he says, basically, he doesn't say, like, I love my representative, but I'm happy with status quo. What do you say to something like that?
I've learned you can't change everyone, you can't influence everyone. The most you can do is give your 2 cents, wish them a great day, and be on your way.
All right. What's the sense that you're finding in your district? What are people talking about?
The big things that people are talking about is they really want representation that listens to them, involves them in decisions, and that's really what my district is lacking right now. I'm sure you've heard a lot what's going on with light rail coming through different areas. Mm-hmm. My opponent is completely opposed to even considering let people vote on that. And I believe that no matter what side people fall on, when you get expensive projects like that, everyone should have a say, especially when you're talking of billions of dollars.
No, absolutely.
And so they really want a say. They want people down in Salem that have common sense, that have business experience, that understand what businesses need. They want someone that is committed to the school system. I have kids in the public school system, and people really like that because they know that I'll make that priority to focus on education.
Let me ask you this: so, as a state rep, how would you focus on education? What are maybe some thoughts that you have on that?
The big thing I see, and that's really getting a lot of traction in the district and in the area, is we're having a higher dropout rate in high school, and we're seeing a lot of the skilled labor or trades leaving our high school. Used to be at Benson High School, and I think there's still a little bit where kids could learn the trades. They could learn construction, electrical, plumbing, so forth. A lot of that's leaving, and it's going to a one-size-fits-all, where kids are expected to just go from high school to college and then dropped off into life. Well, not everyone's going to go to high school. Not every career is designed for that. If we can bring more of the trades back into the school system, teach some skilled labor, in the next 3 to 4 years, there's going to be a huge need for those skills in the business field. And if we don't start focusing on it now and helping out our youth and giving some of those trades to them, we're going to be in trouble with some of our industries down the road. Plus, people make great livings with that. People kind of snub it, but people make an excellent living, and a lot of people I've talked to the doors that if that wasn't offered to them in high school, they don't know where they would have been. And I don't know why we've gotten away from that, but that's one of the big areas I'm going to push to bring those back into the schools, even bring them into middle schools.
Again, this is John Goodhouse running for House District 35 here in Oregon. John, tell us what's your day job? What is it you normally do that would that make you want to go run for state rep?
My day job is with Country Financial. I do insurance and financial services. So I meet every day with people and talk about their auto, home, their investments, and life insurance. And people are really getting worried, and they're not taking care of themselves nowadays because they're barely getting by. And we need to turn that around in Oregon.
Do you see in the insurance business? Let's talk specifically about that here in Oregon. With the just said we have 8.9% approximately unemployment. We have, look, Oregon. I don't know who's claimed that we're out of a recession. As far as I'm concerned, we're still in a recession here in Oregon. When I see that nearly 9% of the people are unemployed, how does that affect the insurance business? What have you seen that's changed over the last 4 or 5 years?
I've seen a lot of people that are not able to make their home insurance payment or their auto insurance premium. A lot of people are canceling their life policies when this is especially the time when people need to have a life policy. When if you lose one of the incomes, it's really going to hurt a household. A lot of people are not even funding their retirement anymore or cutting back on it. We're definitely not out of the recession. We definitely have a lot of people that are still scraping by.
So, based on just your experience in the insurance field and just life experience and whatnot, if you were in the House next year and the legislature was meeting, what's maybe goal number one that you would have?
Goal number one, next to education, would be to really give small business owners the confidence to hire and expand. I'm on the board of directors with the Tualatin Chamber. I'm on the Tiger Chamber. And I deal with business a lot of times, day in, day out. And a lot of them are sitting on money, but they don't have a clear idea where the taxes are going to be or what the regulations are going to be. And they're hit every day. A couple of years back, they got hit with 66 and 67. And business owners are either pulling back and holding on to their money or moving out of the state. And if we were to just give them a little bit more clarity, they could turn this economy around and start hiring a lot of these unemployed people and grow their businesses and provide jobs that would be building buildings and employees and bring up a revenue.
Yeah. All right. John Goodhouse, House District 35. He's running up against a pretty doggone strong incumbent from the Democrat side that we would all love to just see right off into the sunset. Would be great with us. What's the best way for people to learn more about you, John, your website or whatever it might be?
The best way would be my website is johngoodhouse.com or my Facebook, which is John Goodhouse for State Representative.
Okay. John?
And I would like to, if you have a narrow quick second, I'd like to mention kind of a trick that my opponent pulled lately.
Oh, I'm sorry. You know what, John? I'm sorry. I completely forgot about that. Yes, I want you to tell this story. Okay.
Well, 2 years ago, it was her first time she ran, and right on the cutoff date, around September, with taxpayer money, she sent out a legislative update. But with being sent out by mid-September, everyone knows basically that's a campaign piece to get the name out there.
Yeah.
Well, this year, it was a short session back in February. She sent out an update mid-summer. Then, just a week or two ago on September 15th, she sent out another update. I don't know why you have to do two updates in a row, but that was taxpayer money she sent out, nice glossy trifold pamphlet, sent out right on the last day she could send it out. Didn't need to be done, used taxpayer money, and that's what I'm going up against. Someone doesn't respect our taxes, doesn't respect the community, and it's not something I would do myself.
No, yeah, you're right. I forgot that we were going to talk about that, and that is really important. I remember when what was that dingbat's name? Dave Hunt. Dave Hunt did that repeatedly in 2010 and I believe in 2008, and I also think he did it back in 2006. Same sorts of issues in his district. It seems to be a fairly regular tactic. I remember when David Wu, when he was running for Congress, would do it as well on a national level, or from the federal level, I guess it would be. So using taxpayer money to give a legislative update, though the legislature hasn't been in session since March.
Yeah,
right.
I mean, the one in the summer, the one that was done, that's acceptable. That's what it's there for. But to do another one right next to the time when it needs to be done, it's unacceptable. That's blatantly sending out a taxpayer campaign piece.
Yeah, I think people ought to contact her office. I think that whether you live in that district, and obviously if you live in that district, it'd be even better because you're in her district, 35. I think just a brief email to her saying, you know what, I'd like a little more accountability with my money, please. Something like that, don't you think?
Oh, well, and it's everyone's money. I mean, it was spent in District 35, but that was all of Oregon's tax money.
That's
so true. That was yours, too.
That's true. Okay, I'm formulating the email this afternoon, I guarantee you.
Great.
Again, and it's Representative Doherty, right?
Yes.
Okay, Doherty. You know, we'll try to get something up on the Facebook page here in just a moment so that people have a link.
That'd be great.
All right, so johngoodhouse.com is the website?
Yes.
All right, John, thank you for running in District 35. All the best to you. We'll keep an eye on things, and anything we can do to help you, just let us know, okay?
I appreciate it.
You bet. All right. John Goodhouse. You bet. John Goodhouse from House District 35.